Hello there, GB here, and welcome to Fast Forward, where we follow up on episodes of Rewind classic movies. And today, we're following on from last week's Planes, Trains and Automobiles and looking at our favourite fantasy travel companions from the movies. With me, of course, is AJ.
Hi there, I'm AJ, and I didn't really enjoy Planes, Trains and Automobiles.
No, you give it a C rating.
Yeah, I did. And actually, thinking about it, I probably could have gone D.
Oh, fucking hell.
Thinking about it, it did bore me. I'm so sorry. If you're coming into this cold and haven't listened to Planes, Trains and Automobiles podcast, go and give it a listen. Or don't, if you like it, because I didn't.
I gave it S tier if you want balance. AJ gave it C tier.
I was bored.
You're bored by the movie, but did you enjoy Dell, the character of Dell, which is John Candy?
I did, but I wasn't totally sold. I wanted to see more of his ad-libbing side of things in the movie itself. I'm not sure I'd want to be a companion of his. That's really? The thing, right? No, I wouldn't. I liked his character. I liked his character in the film. I liked the whole concept of it. It made it a funny film. But I would actually be with Steve Martin in the fact that I can't stand traveling with this guy. Just like, oh, Jesus. I mean, would anybody want to be with that guy? I think, would anyone want to travel with this guy? I don't think so.
I think so.
Do you? Really, though? Do you?
I was going to Hall of Fame Dell, the character, for that very reason. He's lovable.
I don't know. Even when he's like, I like me. It's like, well, I don't.
Oh, no.
I don't like you.
Oh, you
no.
Cold, dead inside bastard.
I am.
So if you had to pick Steve Martin or John Candy, their characters, to go on a road trip with, which one would you choose? Steve Martin.
Yep. Because he wouldn't try and talk to me. I can sleep on the plane, and that's it.
I think, actually, you're Steve Martin, I'm John Candy. In real life, I think that's what it is.
Is that what it is, you reckon? I don't know. I've never actually travelled with you a load.
So yeah, something a bit different this week. We toyed with doing a few different things. John Candy movies, John Hughes movies, road trip movies. But AJ actually came up with this idea. This was yours, wasn't it? Of travel companions we would want to have with us on journeys we make ourselves.
Was this my idea? Was this your idea?
No, this was your idea.
Was it?
It's the first one.
I was going to say, I can't believe I had this idea. Bloody hell, that's amazing.
How did you come up with it? Where did that come from?
Well, I don't know, because I thought it was your idea.
Brilliant. We had a text exchange, though, after we agreed on it, and we established some rules, right? And the rules are these. So our travel companions can't all be hot women.
No.
Too obvious. The companion that we go with is the movie character from a specific movie and not the actor.
I've just realised all of my travel companions are dudes.
I'm not going to say anything about mine because I can't remember. Oh, no, mine aren't.
Fair enough.
So it can be from any movie. It doesn't have to be a travel-based movie, and it can be from any time period, not just the 80s or 90s, because this is a Fast Forward episode, not a Rewind. And the road trip would have to be in the time period of the film and in that location. And we have 5 each. So by the end, we'll have our top 10 fancy travel companions from the movies.
I was out in town when you were texting me about this, and actually I was talking to my wife about it when we were walking around, and she was like, well, is it the same time frame? Are you in a car with them, or are you in if I'm with Aragon, are we riding horses through Middle Earth? I was like, I don't know. So I text you, I was like, what's the score? Are we in a car with Aragon, or are we in Middle Earth? And you were like,
you're going to get as bloody pedantic as you were on the Planes, Trains and Automobiles episode when you started plotting out miles and if it was more achievable to take other methods of transport.
I was just, but that was ridiculous. It was silly. Silly.
Did you have any particular criteria aside from the rules that you were sort of putting on who you chose?
Not really, but I wanted someone, because I thought
someone that doesn't talk to you from the sound of it.
Well, yeah, exactly. I just want to go to sleep. The thing is, I was wondering, is it those 3 days and everything's gone wrong? Or is it just you're just traveling with someone? So I just assumed exactly. I figured just traveling with someone, and I thought actually, yeah, man. One of my things I thought about, and actually we're doing the podcast on next week, is about Wayne's World, and I thought, yeah, Wayne. But then I thought, actually, that'd probably just get old quite quick.
It crossed my mind. I'll be honest.
It crossed my mind. I thought, yeah, that'd be brilliant. It's the first one that came to my mind, and then I realised, but I'm not fucking 20 anymore. I'm 40.
Double that, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I would just get bored. Like, please be quiet. As I'm Steve Martin now. So although he is an honorary mention, Like, no, that no.
I obviously didn't want anyone annoying, and I tried to stay away from people who might bring trouble. So there's a few characters that I thought, oh, that might be good. Oh no, they'd probably just get us into issues.
Yeah. It's basically people I can pick their brains. That was good conversation.
So I wanted people that could be a bit practical and bring something to the table in a way, even if that's just sort of humour. And I will say, this might be the hardest list yet that we've done on the Fast Forward. I really struggled to come up with names for this, and I spent a long time just not being able to think of anyone I wanted to spend that much time around.
The trouble I had was choosing the character, and I'd chosen a couple of characters, and then I realised, no, I've chosen that character because it's of that particular actor.
Yeah.
But can't do that, so I had to change the character again because I'm realising it's the actor I want to hang out with. Like, no, gonna have to try again. It's the character. I've got to hang out with the character. Yeah.
And every movie character that we like in great movies and things, they're really cool. But then when you start to think about it, they're all kind of like annoying in their own little way. And it was hard for me to separate individual characters from the groups that they belong to. So sort of spoilers, I was thinking of like a Ghostbuster or somebody, but individually I was a bit like, would Venkman be annoying? Would Egon be annoying?
You'd need all three of them.
Yeah. Or four.
Four,
Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna Hall of Fame Dell Griffith from Plane, Trains and Automobiles, even though you're a miserable bastard.
Yeah.
So we're not going to talk about him because he's up there already. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, go on then. So I'm going to say, because I reckon he'd be so much fun, is Mick Dundee.
Oh, good. Yeah. Okay.
Right? Because I reckon that'd just be like one of the easiest going road trips. Maybe it's in Australia, maybe it's in the bush. I reckon he'd just be so much fun.
That's not a knife.
Do you call that a knife? Drink a couple of drinks with him and go on a road trip and just chat shit.
Couple of shrimps on a barbie.
Oh yeah, mate. Couple of stubbies, mate. Fucking Victoria Bitter. Oh yeah, mate.
Yeah, I'm trying to sort of break him and think, no, he'd be annoying, but I think he could just be good. It might be little bit.
Mate, he'd either put his hat down and go to sleep for a bit, and then he'd wake up and chat about some Sheilas, some crocodiles, talk about that time he survived on his own piss in the bush or something like that. Just, I reckon he'd be brilliant.
Yeah, that's a great shout. Yeah, very good.
Mick Dundee from Crocodile Dundee, and it actually made me think that I need to see that again. Paul Hogan, obviously, who plays Mick Dundee in 1986, I think it was.
Oh, very good. I last watched it about 3 years ago. We literally had a group of mates around, and we just sat at home and watched Crocodile Dundee, and it was absolutely hilarious. And it made the film funnier watching it as a group. Yeah.
Excellent.
And we've been talking about watching Crocodile Dundee 2 for about 3 years. Might end up doing that on my stag do.
Nice.
Right. My number 5 is... and at some points people have been thinking, what Star Wars characters he chose?
I just assumed you've got like Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, General someone.
Grievous.
Yes. Darth someone.
It's not all Star Wars.
Vader. Yeah, fair enough.
That's not all Star Wars. And already just you saying Crocodile Dundee, I'm thinking to myself, God, there's definitely things I've missed here.
Oh, I know, right? I'm sure I have. That's the thing with these lists as well. We always like, oh, God, that would have been good for that one. Oh, that would have been, yeah.
And in all these, we've only ever had one that was the same. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But I literally went back through my DVD and Blu-ray collection to go, what fucking films are there with people that I want to spend time with?
Yes.
And that didn't help at all.
Well, because I was also looking at like climbing stuff and diving stuff, and it's like, I want to hang out with these, but it's like, well, but I wouldn't necessarily actually want to just hang out with these people. That that's the thing, So my number 5 is the only one that came straight to mind, and I went, this one's going in there without even a thought. It was the first thing I thought of, and it's Rocky. Okay.
Not Balboa.
Okay.
Rocky from Project Hail Mary, which we both saw and loved.
Do you know what? one of the, I think it was my son who came up with that when we were sitting down eating dinner the other day, talking about, because we all came up with our lists. We were all sat down to dinner. When you were messaging me, all of us were talking about who would be our top 5, and he said that with as long as you got the translation software, he said the same. So nice, man, nice.
So we should say at this point, spoilers for Project Hail Mary, probably for the next 2 minutes if you haven't seen it. And if you haven't seen it, go and see it because it's brilliant. But yeah, he's just like an absolute problem-solving machine. He's got that kind of engineer's brain and zero ego. You know, it's just pure teamwork, no drama.
Definitely fun though, quite funny. Got a good sense of humour.
That's it, right? He's amusing. It'd be interesting to learn about his world. You know, that sort of sense of wonder that we get from Ryan Gosling's character going onto his ship and spending time out on down on the Devon coast, as Ryan Gosling does.
Yeah, right.
And it'd just be, you know, you could build things you didn't even know you needed, have little gifts for him all the time. Yeah. He's loyal to the point of like almost killing himself. And he would just turn a simple road trip journey into a bit of a shared mission.
Yeah, I like that.
I mean, I just absolutely loved his character in that movie. It was so unexpected. I deliberately, sometimes films that I really want to go and see at the cinema, I try and avoid the trailers for. And I'd seen, I think, like a teaser trailer for this. And it will get to a point sometimes in the trailer where I'll be like, oh, there's no more. I'm going to cut this trailer off soon, because as with most trailers, they're giving too much away. And I don't think Rocky was even shown in the trailers as far as I can tell. So he was a good reveal for me. And just the way they did it, the way they pulled off the puppet, the fact that the guy puppeteering him ended up doing the voice for him, even though he was not meant to be the voice actor.
No way.
Great voice for him. Yeah, and
I've not looked anything behind the scenes on that.
Right. One of the rejected voice actors for it was Eunice Hutt, who you may know as winning Gladiators back in the day in the 90s. Whoa. She's the stunt coordinator as well. But yeah, just such a lovable guy. And I've ever since seen it now, there's just memes and things going around of people talking about how much they're thinking about the movie, and then by comparison, how much they're thinking about him.
I thought Meryl Streep was brilliant.
Meryl Streep was good, yeah.
I thought that was fantastic. She can do anything. It's just so many little moments that were brilliant. And that was definitely one of them.
And I mean, he'd be slightly awkward. It was the only one on my list that was actually not that practical, having to have the sort of temperature regulation stuff going on. But God, he just stuck with me so much from that movie. There you go, what a guy.
It was funny. You mentioned you didn't see a trailer. I hadn't seen a trailer either. I just knew it was supposed to be a good film, and I knew he was supposed to be a teacher. That's all I knew going in. I didn't know anything about it, and I heard it was like a bit of an Interstellar meets Martian, The Martian. So didn't know what to expect, and was blown away, completely blown away.
We said last week, it was a mix for me. It was like, oh, this is a bit like Explorers, the 80s movie. Oh, this is a bit like E.T. Oh, this is a bit like Flight of the Navigator. So yes, if you haven't seen it and you've listened to this, you're a fool. Go and see it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're number 4.
Dr. Ian Malcolm.
Oh, just because we could doesn't mean that you should, or whatever he actually says in the movie that I butchered.
That's a big part of shit. Because but it's dangerously close because it's Jeff Goldblum, basically. That's the only caveat here. Is it's like, I think I might have chosen this character because it's Jeff Goldblum, but I also think that actually Jeff Goldblum and Dr. Ian Malcolm are sort of one, and I just like the idea of going on a road trip with a chaos theorist, like that. That just sounds so nuts because he talks about so much mental stuff in the film. It's like, God, yeah, I'd kind of like be up for this. So yeah, him. Again, it was like I was just going through stuff, and I thought actually about Attenborough. I was like, oh yeah, him, but he's not really, didn't enjoy his character so much. And then I was like, oh no, it's got to be Dr. Ian Malcolm.
It's funny. It crossed my mind to have Ellie Sattler and Alan Grant.
Okay.
Initially because I fancied the pants off of Laura Dern back in the day, but I just thought, no, I'm just doing this for the wrong reasons. And weirdly, I don't know why I didn't think about Ian Malcolm.
It's funny, isn't it?
It's a great.
I think it'd be like hilarious and exhausting in equal measure on a road trip.
Yeah,
because he plays a similar character in Independence Day in a kind of way, and I know that is Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum's limited range. So
I know.
Fantastic musician, let's say that.
Stunning. I mean, just a stunning individual. But I'm going to have Dr. Ian Malcolm, and maybe there's a bit of Jeff Goldblum in there as well because I really like him. But yeah.
I don't think you've broken the rules. I think he's the character.
I want to go on a road trip with the Chaos Theorist. Yeah, who plays jazz piano.
Now you've broken the rule.
No, fuck.
I would guarantee that my number 4 is not on your list. Okay, go on then. I'd be surprised if it was on anyone else's list.
Whoa, okay, cool.
Don't quite know how I got there. But weirdly, this was one of the earliest ones that popped into my head. And I don't even think you're going to know who it is when I say their character's name. Their character's name is Oda Mae Brown.
Okay, yes.
No, from the Patrick Swayze and Demi Moore movie Ghost, as played by Whoopi Goldberg. Yeah. I love that movie and I haven't watched it in years and we might have to do it. But I just love that character. So direct, so blunt and so honest. Just no shit taken. And she's really good at reading people, really street smart. She talks her way out of trouble. She can adapt fast when things go wrong. She's hilarious under pressure. She'll keep the mood up. She's brave when if needed, and just keeps things unpredictable in sort of a good way. And very loyal. Thinks she'd do the right thing to try and avoid trouble. Has that kind of we'll figure it out energy. Mm-hmm. I just really like her in that movie. But again, it borders on a bit like quite like Whoopi Goldberg. I found her a fascinating character in that movie, and I think it'd be cool to spend time with her. Have you seen Ghost?
I have a long time ago. Yeah, I mean, obviously I can see the pot throwing scene. Obviously,
one of the scariest movies I ever seen as a kid.
Really?
Well, when you get the devil's bad little guys coming to drag the souls to hell.
Yeah, right.
Couple that with a murderer on the train and the ghost that jumps through the trains and some dark shit in that movie.
I need to revisit. I think it's been too long. I don't remember lots of it.
One of the lines I say from it all the time is ditto.
Okay.
Ditto. For any English speakers out there rather than American. Ditto. Anyway, we're on to our bronze medal positions. Number 3.
Morpheus.
Really?
Fucking, what's really?
Do you want him just to offer you drugs?
Well, yeah. I mean, basically just pills. That's all I want. Someone's going to give me pills to take. No, I just thought I'd like him to show me around, the waste systems of, Earth and Zion and all that sort of stuff. So I want to be there on the Nebuchadnezzar. I want to have a go on the ship and I want to fly around the... Well, yeah,
I feel like if I'd said the same fucking reasons, I want to be with Han Solo so I can look around the Millennium Falcon and fly the ship, I'd be fucking abuse.
I mean, they would, but only because you don't stop going on about fucking Star Wars.
Hey kid, just fly the ship.
Exactly. I just feel that he might get a bit boring, but he's got this philosophical side to him.
I agree with you. I think he'd get a bit boring.
But
his glasses would keep falling off his nose because they haven't got any arms.
he'd keep answering you with questions.
Yeah. I'm sorry, can I just pick up my glasses?
Right. But I quite like it. I think it would be interesting. I'd have a lot of questions. It'd be quite funny to talk philosophy and things like that. You could get quite deep with him, I think. I think it's an interesting.
Do you not feel that it'd be, a terrifying location to be in?
It is a terrifying location, but I'd like to see it. If we're there, why not? Let's have a go. Let's go and check out Zion. He can show me around and stuff. I don't know. I don't know. It is different. It's difficult. It is difficult, but I thought, well, yeah, someone you can chat to, right? I would like to chat to him. I would.
I don't have him down as much of a talker.
I don't know.
That's your number 3.
That is.
My number 3, poles apart, is Jim's dad from American Pie.
Okay.
Eugene Levy.
Eugene Levy, yeah, right?
Levy?
I thought Levy.
Oh, dear.
Have you ever seen Schitt's Creek?
Yes. I didn't stick with it enough to love it.
I've seen parts of it, and I think the parts I saw were funny, but I haven't actually seen all of it. Yeah, I did like his son.
Yeah,
he's quite funny as well.
I'd not long rewatched the whole American Pie quadrilogy or whatever it is, and he's just an absolute highlight. And he's got that awkward humour. Yeah, that would sort of break the tension. He's got a lot of eyebrows. Yeah, he's calm. He's patient, and he's never going to escalate the situation too much. He's sympathetic. He gives advice. It might not be the best advice, but he gives it. He's got good intentions. He's just a really non-judgmental, nice guy. You can say anything. He's not going to freak out, and he's kind of wise underneath that awkwardness. He'd be supportive. He'd want you to go and have a good time along the way in your bloody long road trip across America or whatever you're doing. Maybe with some ladies. He'd show up. He'd probably put fuel in the car before he picked you up. And he'd be funny. He was a funny guy. And do you know what? I think actually he's a dark horse underneath that. And I think he'd be up for a good time.
I reckon he's a dark horse. I like it. It's an interesting one, that. It's a very interesting one. Yeah.
He's the only travel companion where the worst case scenario isn't really like danger. It's just a slightly uncomfortable conversation.
Yes.
I'd kind of like the challenge of trying to make it awkward with Jim's dad. What could I tell him about me that would have him sort of cringing and sweating?
Yeah.
Well, you know, son. Number twos. God, I don't want to say that again.
Yeah, right? God.
Let's have a look at your number two.
Okay. My number two is a gentleman who likes his Earl Grey hot.
Earl Grey hot.
Tea.
I don't know.
Earl Grey hot. Oh dear. Captain Jean-Luc Picard from the Starship Enterprise.
I don't know about it, but I'll go and look into it, and I shall make it so.
Okay. There you go.
There you go.
That'll do. So obviously I could only get away with choosing him because they did make some films.
Yes.
Because obviously I know it's a series more.
No, you've ticked the film box. They did what, 3 or something?
And again, I wondered if I'm picking him because it's Patrick Stewart, who I love as an actor anyway. He's stunning in Shakespeare. All the Shakespeare stuff he does is incredible.
And then all of her clothes fell off.
And that. So I was showing someone this the other day for the first time because they were not aware of extras being a thing. I mean, they're not English for a start, so they didn't really know what extras was. And
this is the Ricky Gervais TV series Extras, in which all the characters play a slightly exaggerated version of themselves.
And it's brilliant. And he's writing a script, and just you need to type in extras Patrick Stewart and watch it. And all her clothes fall off, and she's trying to pick them up, and she's covering herself, but she can't because I've seen everything.
It's too late. I've seen everything. I mean, it's just pretty. I never really got into extras, but that particular scene lives in my head, rent fucking free to this day, because I've seen everything. And then there's also one with Ian McKellen. Talk about Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen as the X-Men and all that, and he's talking about how to be an actor. And I shall raise my voice, and then I shall be acting, or something like that. It's just so good.
Excellent. But I would like Jean-Luc Picard rather than Patrick Stewart. I think that I've quantified this is because he's seen so much about different races and species and so much about space, but he seems like such a cool-headed captain. He's very cool and in command and stuff like that. He'd be quite an interesting guy to go on because he's quite funny as well. He's got elements of fun in his being captain and stuff like that, and he's great. I think he'd be really fun to go on. And also, I just want to be on the deck of the Enterprise, to be honest. Like,
well, maybe he'd let you have the con.
Yeah, I want to have the con.
What's the meme of it's the meme of Patrick Stewart holding out his hand, and it's like a what the fuck. I can't remember what the meme is now, but yeah, it's very good.
I don't know.
Yes, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd like to be on the Starship Enterprise, but I'm starting to feel like your list is almost a bit like, where do I want to go on holiday? Yeah, I'd like to go to the Matrix land. I'd like to go to the Enterprise.
I want to go to
Who's
space.
like big as my companion?
Well, I mean, maybe a little bit, but I mean, it's difficult, isn't it? There's no I mean, yeah, but I'd like to talk to him. I'd like to chat space and time. Yeah.
My number 2 is rhymes. My number 2
It's a bit
is
runny.
Q.
Okay.
Yes. Q,
Nice.
specifically Desmond Llewellyn from
Yes,
that
obviously.
era of Bond movies.
Yeah.
I just think the good thing about Q is he would prepare you before anything goes wrong. He's a proactive genius. He'd give you the tools that solve problems that you didn't even know you'd face and come along the way. You'd have a car that wouldn't break down. The car would be able to go underwater if the road ran out or whatever it would be.
And even when you've been told by M more than one film not to, right, you're sacked or whatever, and he goes off on one, Q's always there for you.
Yes. Oh, come along, 007.
Pay attention, 007.
He's got this sort of dry, cutting humour, and he's a gentleman. I think he wouldn't let you get into trouble. Imagine you're on a night out and there's some ladies come along and start talking. No, come on, move along.
He had such a big role in For Your Eyes Only. That I'd forgotten how big not For Your Eyes Only, sorry, License to Kill.
Oh, really?
Huge role in that. Was it? No, wait.
God, just mention every Bond
Sorry,
movie and I'll cut in the right
no.
one.
It was For Your Eyes Only. Sorry, it was For Your Eyes Only. He had such a huge role in that. Huge role.
I can't remember it.
Yeah, because he comes to the hotel room. Hold on, wait. Fuck. I'm just trying to think which film it was because I've seen so many of them recently.
We're really good at our Bond movies.
It was with that. No, it was License to Kill. It was License to Kill. It was a License to Kill because he comes. Because he comes with the toothpaste. He gives him the toothpaste and he blows up the window and all that sort of stuff. He's in the hotel room. He's there when the two women are there in the same room. She's like, I'm so in love with James. And she's like, I'm fucking, there we go. And he's just there going like, well, oh God. And he sort of shakes his head like, oh God, James, And he's actually got a huge role in that film.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, yeah, I do get the titles of some Bond films confused at times. But yes, I just think Q has this sort of calm authority. You'd feel like everything was under control, even if it was going wrong and your flight's cancelled, your car's on fire and whatever. And he's a nice, loyal, supportive guy, really. And also, I think there's a potential for comedy with the Desmond Llewellyn Q.
I think so.
Make sure you just stay away from his lunch.
Yes. Touch that.
That's my lunch.
That's my lunch. Brilliant.
Right, before we get on to our number ones, should we do some honourable menciones?
I've got a long list of honourable mentions, in fairness.
Have you?
And funnily enough, you'll like this. Q. Look at this. I wrote it down. I wrote this down the old school way rather than typing them up. I wrote them down. I've even got Q on there, actually.
No way.
Along with James Bond.
See, Bond crossed my mind early, and I just thought, that is one troublesome guy.
It would be boring.
Unless you were his wingman and he helped you have a good night out.
I think I just travelling with him would just be, it'd probably be fun, but mostly boring. I mean, if you were like travelling in an Aston Martin, cool, go for it. But I don't think you'd really have much to talk about. He's quite a silent type.
He wouldn't want you around.
No, so that's why
his style.
That's why he didn't
let you in his Aston, and when he's it's little two seats and there's one for him, one for a lady.
Yeah.
You'd end up like bloody Matt's. What's he called? Matthias? No, Mathis. You'd end up like Mathis in the trunk.
Yeah. Right. Do you want to do the whole list? Do you want me to do my whole list, or should we do one each?
Do one each. Go on.
Go on.
I just thought about various Transformers. That's as much as I care to say about them.
Oh right, okay, cool. I'd said earlier Wayne from Wayne's World, but then I realised that actually, I'm too old now.
I thought about John McClane. There's something about him that just sort of wise cracks, no bullshit. Kind of let's just get on with the journey.
Especially if you've got like jet lag and you need to take your shoes off and ball your feet.
Again, I just thought there's bound to be trouble, especially if you're getting on a plane.
True. Check button.
Oh yeah, I thought about it.
right? But
Yeah.
I think 15 minutes in the Pork Chop Express, man, it would just get old quick.
Yeah, listening to him on the CB radio.
Dude, I would just be too much. But it immediately thought of Jack Burton and then immediately went, actually, no, but I'll put it down as an honorary mention.
He'd just be telling you how great he is, wouldn't he?
Yes.
As
right?
Jack always says. What? As old Jack always says. God, yeah. I thought about Robin of Locksley.
Oh.
And almost put it on my list, but is he nice? Would he be a bit grating after a while? He might give me some bread if I pretended to be blind, but nice enough. Might get to live in a nice tree house, but yeah, couldn't really nail it down.
It's funny that you've written him because I have the Sheriff of Nottingham.
No way.
Because
he's a bad guy.
He's a bad guy, but he's very naughty bad guy who ultimately I just want to hang out with his character. Let's be fair. With the actor.
Yeah.
God.
I also had Azim.
Oh,
I
right.
really considered Azim for a while. He was actually in my 5 for quite a while.
Oh, cool.
I just thought, he'd be a protector for one.
Philosophical as well.
Wise, philosophical.
Yeah.
He always point you in the right direction, both, geographically and morally.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he was on there for quite a while.
Raoul Duke.
I know the name.
This is bad country. We can't stay here. This is bad country.
Who's this?
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Oh, okay.
So it's Hunter S. Thompson's basically character. It's a loose autobiographical film. Just Raoul Duke, because I just love the character in it with the cigarette holder and the aviators and the bucket hat and God, what a trip! And then realise that, oh Christ, actually, what a trip!
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
On paper, whoa, that would be fun. In reality, no, just no.
Yeah, no, that's not a good idea. I had on my list for quite a while Baymax
Nice.
from Big Hero 6.
You mentioned this on your robots, favourite
The
robots,
last
I
one
think?
we did on Movie Robots, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
he'd look after, he's literally like a robot health droid. He's funny, he's warm, he's got all the right qualities. I'm sure he'd make you laugh. There's everything great about it. I just thought it'd be a bit impractical having a big balloon man around with you, realistically.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I sort of had to file that one under not realistic, possibly because it's animation.
I'd Data from the same as Picard.
Yeah.
And I almost had him down in my top 5, but I realised that probably might get a bit boring after a while because obviously he's an android or a computer or whatever you want to call him. But again, quite like his character. Obviously makes a big thing in Independence Day as the scientist.
Independence Day?
Yeah, he's in Independence Day. The
Data?
Yeah, not Data, but the actor.
The actor.
Obviously,
We're talking
the
about the
actor.
aren't we?
No, I know, but I quite like the actor, and I realise that maybe I'm trying to hang out with the actor more than I'm trying to hang out with Data.
Brent Spiner.
That's the one. Any more from you?
I have Harry from When Harry Met Sally.
Okay.
I think I just thought of it really because A, I like Billy Crystal, B, they go on a road trip in that, and C, he's quite funny. So yeah, I took him out at the last minute really because I couldn't really think of strong reasons to want him there. And again, it was a bit of, is this just Billy Crystal I want to be spending time with?
Mm-hmm. Okay, here's one that's definitely, this is my last one. This is definitely out there. And it's controversial. Raoul Silva.
Oh,
right.
Because you want me to touch your leg, Mr. Bond.
I mean,
That is weird.
Right, but there's something about his character that I really like. It's just I think it's when he's talking about the rats. Like, and do you know what you do with the rats, Mr. Bond? Oh my God, it's just, his character's just horrific. I mean, horrific, hateful character.
Why you chose it?
But there's something about the way he did it. But again, it's Javier Bardem. I mean, he's brilliant. He's brilliant in No Country for Old Men. I mean, he plays these sort of like soulless characters, but I want to say, but Raoul Silver's also not soulless. I mean, he is, but he's not. Like, he plays Javier Bardem is fantastic as an actor. So again, I think it might be the actor slightly, but also I'd kind of like to hang out with the villain. I reckon he'd be kind of a cool villain because you'd talk, like he'd have things to talk about. So yeah, I'd hang out with Silver. Why not?
Similarly, come, Mr. Bond. You love killing as much as I do. I'd quite like to hang out with the man with the three nipples. Oh, God,
yeah,
Mr.
Scaramanga. Yeah. He nearly made my honourable mentions.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Have we gone too far the other way in trying not to appear sexist and just not picked any attractive women?
This is the thing. It's so funny because we did say, like, we can't just all choose women, and actually I've not chosen a single woman. Even my number one's not a woman, and that's not for any reason. It's just actually, I mean, I don't know. That's why is that?
Because we appear sexist the other way. Now we just look like we don't want to spend time with any women.
It's funny, isn't it? I mean, what?
Glad I got Oda Mae Brown in there.
Yeah. What? And then obviously, Princess Leia at the top.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's one last honourable mention I'm going to say.
Go on.
And that is R2-D2, because practically, having to get him in a car or whatever, it's a pain in the arse.
Well, doesn't he just get sucked up into the?
Well, it depends. In the first movie, they have to load him onto the land speeder, and he's just sort of lying on his side quite awkwardly.
Oh right, really?
I just thought, I mean, it depends what movie, but if he hasn't got his little rocket jet booster things, he's got to walk everywhere. He's going to be slow. He's going to be clumsy. Stairs are a problem. It's not worth worrying about. So there we are. So number ones then.
Right. As you know, this
is the person you most of all from any movie want to go on a road trip with. Let's just make sure we reframe that.
Absolutely. No, genuinely. Right. Absolutely genuinely. And you'll
better
get...
not be a fucking scuba diver.
It's not a scuba diver.
Oh, thank God.
It's not. I love this character a lot. I've been very familiar with this character all my life. I love history, as you well know, and I'm, and anyone that knows me knows that I'm shocking for, like, really going around museums.
Is it Adolf Hitler from Downfall?
Do you know what? This came up in conversation.
Be a fascinating journey.
It would be a fascinating journey. Anyway, I love history and I love adventure in equal measure, as you well know. Well, you may know. I don't know if you know it as much. I love history. Like, I'm obsessed with it. Like, really obsessed with it. To like Romans and Greeks and ancient buildings. That I love all this business. I'm obsessed with stuff like this, and adventure. And Indiana Jones has got it all. He's got it all.
Yes.
He's got that. I'm going to go on an expedition and put it in a museum. Yeah. Like, it fits every ticket for me, hanging out with this guy. I reckon he'd be quiet enough, a bit like Mick Dundee. He'd be sleepy enough, not talkative enough, but I think he would be up for talking about history and different bits and pieces that I'd like to talk about. And then let's go and rescue some stuff, and let's go through this deserted place, and let's go and do that thing with the hang off the back of that. The adventure's there. So
it crossed my mind, and I thought, maybe it's a bit Route One, and then I thought, he wouldn't want me hanging around with him. But actually, he does have a group of companions, whether it's Short Round, whether it's Sala, and Brody and stuff. So would he want you around? I don't know. That's a different question. But yeah, good companion. Yeah, good travel. Yeah, I think you make a good argument.
He's a master of disguise. He blends in anywhere he goes.
Was that your Harrison Ford?
Well, I tried. I mean, I know.
I know.
That was quite good.
Yeah. Oh, right. Okay.
Wrong character, but yeah. But anyway, so that's what I'm thinking. I reckon that would be great. That'd be a great road trip. Or I was thinking, actually, when you see in the film and they've got the map and the plane goes here and then here and then around the globe and stuff like that. So I want to go on that trip with him.
Yeah, but do you want to be strapped to a life raft being thrown out of a crashing airplane?
Yes. Yes, I do. Yes, no, I do. Like, I literally do. Yes. I want to be running for my life down a tunnel. Yeah, totally. Yeah, bang up for all of the adventure. Yeah.
That's where me and you differ. That's why I didn't make my list.
Yes. Yeah, I literally love that shit.
Can I get Han Solo on here somewhere? I couldn't justify it. He wouldn't want me around.
Can I cross that rickety bridge? I have no idea. Let's have a go.
Yes, that was very much you.
That is, yeah.
Yeah.
Go on then.
Okay. Was there ever a really close contender for your number one outside of Indy?
No. It had to be Indy. But it came to me late, in fairness. It came to me late, but as soon as it came to me, it was like, no, that's number one. That's the one. That is the one.
It's funny, mine was the same. Mine came to me late.
Which Star Wars character is it?
And I knew it was my number one as soon as I thought of it. Which one do you think it is?
Well, I want to say Han Solo, but I don't think he'd be particularly interesting as a traveling companion. And then actually, I thought maybe Princess Leia. But then she's also a little bit boring. Luke Skywalker's a bit moany and whiny, as you've mentioned in the past. And then I thought Yoda, but then I thought, well, probably not Yoda because he just talks backwards all the time.
That would get irritating.
And then I thought Jar Jar Binks.
Oh God, no. We're friends. No, we're not friends. Maybe I was going to do that next.
You've met him.
Yeah, middle-aged Luke Skywalker, maybe, but again, it's a bit quiet, a bit boring. Probably bring a lot of trouble. Chewbacca was a contender. He'd be there for you, but again, the language barrier. So in the end, I just went with Mr. Miyagi.
Whoa! What?
Yeah, from your D-rated movie, The Karate Kid, Mr. Miyagi.
J.C. Penney, $2.50.
Yeah, I just think, I love the guy anyway as a character. I think he'd turn everyday moments into like meaningful lessons. He'd always be calm, whatever happens, any situation. He'd never panic, would never like escalate trouble. He'd keep you grounded when things got overwhelming. And he's quite funny.
He is funny.
His humour sort of sneaks up on you.
He is funny.
As you just did with your $2 belt joke.
Right.
He's an emotionally intelligent guy. He'd know me better than myself. He's patient. He wouldn't rush you around. Wouldn't be any pressure. Just steadily guide you on that journey. And he'd make that journey feel more important than the destination, And also, Mr. Miyagi secretly likes a drink.
I was just going to say, he likes to get smashed. So, no, do you know what? I think you've got a brilliant one there. I think it's great.
Ladies.
Yes. I like it a lot,
Dark
man.
Horse. And I think everyone else on the list sort of, be there with you to get to the destination. Mr. Miyagi would make sure that you're a better person when you arrive.
Totally. I like that a lot, man. That is a good shout. That is a really good shout.
Yeah, I struggled with the whole list. And then when I got Miyagi, I was like, yeah, I'm happy.
It's funny. Sense. I did the same thing with Indiana Jones. I was like, obviously, this one.
I just thought, God, it's a list without any Star Wars. What's happened?
It is. I just assumed it was going to be like 3 at least of Star Wars.
Yeah. I just think that the problem with those characters in my head is they're always in conflict. They don't have much time. They're fighting a battle. They've got better things to do.
Funny.
Right, that's the show. Thanks so much for spending time with us. If you want to come and hang out, get behind the scenes updates, early bonus content, or ad-free access to the episodes, then head over to our Patreon, where you can get a backlog pass for just $5 a month.
But anyway, please do leave us a review on your podcast platform of choice, whether that's Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Pocket Casts, or wherever or whatever we're meant to be together. It all really helps. Do you like that?
Very good.
You can find us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Rewind Classic Movies. And if you want to drop us an email, it's rewindclassicmovies@gmail.com. And if you're anywhere and you're listening to us and you want to drop us an email because you really enjoy listening to us, please do so, because we like to hear from you wherever you are, whatever you're doing or polishing.
That was nicely framed. Begging for compliments is what you did there with that little ad lib.
Did you? Did you like that?
Please tell us how much you like us.
Email us and tell us how much you dislike us. But most of you just do that in the comments. So
yeah. You can join me and AJ next week for the main Rewind show, as we'll be going to. I fucked this up. I wrote this for the movie that I didn't know you were going to say.
That's quite funny.
So you can join me and AJ next week for the main Rewind show, as we'll be going to... Where are we going to, AJ? It's your pick.
Well, I don't know where we're going. I don't know where it is, but they like to party on, Wayne.
Aurora.
Is it Aurora? I've absolutely no fucking idea.
What we're going to is 1992.
Okay, cool.
Wayne's World.
It is indeed Wayne's World.
I cannot wait.
Neither can I.
Sorry about the mess. Say goodbye, AJ.
Bye.
Bye.